What's going on, Army? I'm here today to share with you some of the weird stuff I've seen while being locked up. I mean, some of it's just absolutely disgusting. It's funny. It's whatever. But everybody does something, man. Everybody's got something to hide. Everybody's got something that they do behind closed doors that for some reason they don't want anybody else to know about, no matter what it is. But when you're locked up for a significant amount of time, these weird things, habits, whatever you want to call them, usually bubble to the top. They show themselves. And now everybody knows that you are a weirdo or just do really trifling stuff. And by the way, I found out while playing Scrabble that the word trifling or trifle does not mean what I thought it meant. It actually means to waste time. So pretty much everybody in prison is trifling. Kind of ironic. I know that everybody does something, or at least I feel that everybody does something behind closed doors that they don't want anybody else to know about. Mainly because I do things weird that I don't want nobody to know about. And so I guess that kind of makes me biased. But you know, it is what it is. One time in prison, I farted and some poop came out. I airbrushed the back of my pants with doo-doo. And so now whenever I feel that my stomach is not working properly, you know, I'll put a maxi pad in the back of my boxers. Can't believe I'm telling you this. I mean, better to be safe than sorry, y'all. Enough about me. We're moving on. I don't want to talk about this no more. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, I'm clean. Or if that's even clean. I don't even know. All right, so I don't use one maxi pad. I put like 5 of them with wings all across the back of my underwear. It's just protection, extra protection. So, one thing that I know a lot of people probably do, and they do it in a lot of different ways, is pick their nose. If you tell me you've never picked your nose, you know, you're a freaking liar. Come on, man. You've picked your nose. You have had your finger in your nose. And so, I've also had my finger probably knuckle deep in my face. There's probably footage somewhere in the APS files that has me knuckle deep in my nostril. I just hope there's no footage of me eating the booger afterwards. That is, you know, that's, yeah. So, being incarcerated, this is something you will see a lot of people do. And what makes it 10 times more funny is out here in the free world, you see someone picking your nose, you whisper to your friend, you think in your head, ew, that person is disgusting. Look at them. Even though you know you probably pick your nose too. Whatever. It is, you know. In jail or prison, if you see someone picking their nose, it's probably going to be blasted across the compound. Ah! That dude's picking his nose. Next thing you know, you're like, now everybody knows I picked my nose. Sometimes people are a little bit more stealthy about the situation. You'll be picking your nose. And they'll wait to see what you do with the booger or with your finger after you pull it out of your nose. You know, if you pull it out, you wipe it off, you go wash your hands, ain't nobody really gonna say nothing. But if you pull that thing out and you look at it, you inspect the booger, and then you eat the booger, if you do that, your reputation goes down the drain. Now you're dealing with being known as the booger guy. Everybody's gonna say something. No matter what you're doing, where you're at, you'll be like, hey, you got a pen? You'll hand them the pen, and they'll be like, no, I'm good. That probably has a booger on it. Whatever, that's the issue. You'll hear jokes probably for the rest of your incarceration, praying for a transfer from that prison to another one. Only advice I can give you is don't pick your nose no more when you go to the next one. Or eat it. Whatever. Just don't do it. It's hard for me. I love picking my nose. I've learned a new way. You just snort the booger back in, down into your throat, and then you can eat it that way. I'm saying, you got to get stealthy with this thing. You know, like sneeze. Don't pick your nose and eat it in public. It's not a good look. This is one of the weird things that you see people do, but it's not that weird. Moving on to the next one is a little bit more nasty. Now, I want you to know that when you're locked up, being a man, you're locked up around a bunch of other men. A couple of those men think that they're women. but most of them don't. And so, yeah, it's all men. I don't care what you think you are, you're a man. And most men have some crazy looking feet. I swear, my feet are not, tip-top shape. I broke a couple toes going this way, that way. Toenails that fell off from whatever I was doing. Dropped a sledgehammer on my toe one time, bruised up, toenail fell off, it grew back, like kind of gnarled, looks kind of crazy. I'd show you, but I'm not. Now what I've seen being locked up, this is probably one of the worst to me. I remember coming back into my cell and seeing my cellie on the top bunk where he slept at, like with his foot up and just like digging in his toes, like peeling the nut. Oh God, it is just, I don't know. Feet are weird and it kind of bothered me a little bit, even though I dig in my toes. Well, I'm just telling y'all all my stuff. I didn't know how to approach the situation, but I didn't want him to do that no more. So I was like, dude, what are you doing, man? You getting clippings all over my bed. And the guy's like, no, I'm not. I'm making sure, look, here's my pile right here. Got like a pile of freaking toenail peelings, because he's not even clipping his toenails. He's like peeling these big, nasty, dark, crusty toenails off his toes. It was so nasty. And the crazy thing is, I don't even remember him washing his hands after. Actually, I think he didn't even get off the bunk, and I remember hearing him eating chips. But this is where it got really nasty. He's like, man, I ain't got no toenails and fingernails on your bed. Swear to you that when I went to go sit on my bed, there was freaking toenail peelings on my blanket. I didn't know what to do. I just like, clean, dude, what? You got freaking toenails all over my bed. It was disgusting. Now, the guy's a toenail man. Don't nobody want to eat with him. You kind of get outed. When you do weird stuff with your hands, now people are not so apt to let you eat with them. Now you got to eat your own crusty toe-smelling fingernails. Don't do this. You got to, come on, man. You got to have some type of respect and hygiene issue. Come on, man. It's not cleanly. You have got to have more respect for yourself and whoever else is around you. We're locked up. We're in this together, man. We're in it together. I know I do. When I go do my weird stuff, I wash my hands when I'm done, no matter what it is. But I mean, can you imagine this? And the feet stink. God, the feet stink. Have you ever clipped your toenail and that one piece that's like buried in the side of the skin comes out and there's like a little bit of funk in it? Maybe I'm the only one. I'm hoping I'm not. Man, the smell, what? Especially if you're in a cell. If you got the smell of a toe in the cell, then you got to wash your hands. I knew it was bad when I walked in the cell and the smell was like wet work boots. Like just that sour, mildewy, moldy smell. His feet made the whole room hot. I don't understand how that happened, but it was just what it was. And I was a little upset. These are two examples of some of the weird things that people do. Now, I'm about to move on to some of the more disgusting things. For some reason, there's people who feel like they need to taste everything or smell everything. That's just weird, man. That is weird. Like, I've literally seen a guy stick his hand in his pants, fart, and then smell his hand. Like, what is that? What is that? You don't do that. That's not cool. I don't get it. You're gonna smell it anyways. He wanted that up close 3D smell. He wanted that stuff that just come out at you. He wanted to smell it fresh. He wanted the first sniff. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't understand. The reason why I bring up the taste and the smell thing is because you got these other guys locked up. And if you've been locked up, you've seen these guys. They pop bumps, man. That's what they do. I've actually seen another man pop a bump on another man. Like straight up do surgery, like a cyst, cut it, squeeze it out, all that. But you got the guys, that's a little extreme. It's really disgusting, but it's a little extreme. But you got the guys that pop the bumps on their own body. And it'll be like, what is that? And then they continue to go on. Don't be that guy. Don't get caught popping a bump, sniffing it, and then tasting the crap that comes out your body. Again, these are not things that you should do around other people. But see, you didn't just start doing this. You've been doing it. And you used to do it in the privacy of your own home. But now you're locked up and you're around these people all the time. And these bad habits begin to surface. And people witness the monstrosity that is the bump popper or the toe picker or the nose picker. I mean, God help me. This is why constantly locked up, I'm washing my hands and I'm cleaning my bunk area. Because you got some real... I thought I was a little funky. You know, I do things, but I ain't popping no bumps and smelling it and tasting it. Have you ever popped a bump and seen the crap that comes out of you? I don't even know, like, how your body creates that stuff. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to call Miss Dr. Pimple Popper and ask her why your body creates some stinking green, white, whatever color stuff, and then it just comes to the surface. It's like your body like pushing nasty stuff out of it. It's just like boom. I don't know why I keep going here. That's a nipple. I'm not supposed to pop nipples. All right, I'm about to move on to the next one because I'm starting to get a weird taste in my mouth. And like, I have this vision of, man, I had a celly one time that used to pop bumps on his face and he used to get ingrown hairs and he like pull the hair out and squeeze the juice and all types of nasty stuff. And it would like, I remember going to the mirror one time to shave and it was just like little yellow dots and stuff all on the mirror. It was just disgusting. And then I had to ask him to clean that because I won't go clean it. I didn't want to touch it. Not even with gloves on, I didn't want to touch it. That was inside you. That was... The last thing I'm going to tell you about that I seen somebody doing, I don't know why this bothered me the most. Well, once you get to prison, you can go outside and you can enjoy the sun and all the recreation that the prison has to offer. From bocce ball. I've seen bocce ball, soccer, volleyball, basketball, softball. Did I already say softball? You can work out. You can throw horseshoes if the prison still has them. They need to make cornhole. It's softer. I don't know how much it would hurt if you got hit with a cornhole bag, but I heard about someone at a certain prison getting hit with a horseshoe, and I don't think it ended well for them. Just saying. You can go outside and you can enjoy this recreation. You can enjoy the sun. And what comes with enjoying the sun? Sunburns. Yes. Sunburns. And when you get a sunburn, what happens? You begin to peel. I will never forget this. One day, I'm in my bed watching TV, and the guy next to me is in his bed watching TV. And I look over, which right there is my mistake 100%. You keep to yourself. You mind your own business. You don't look at what people are doing. But I messed up. I looked at him. And this is what I saw. Like I was behind the scenes of Austin Powers' Goldfinger. This dude was sitting here peeling giant leafy pieces of dead skin off of his body and eating it and laughing at something. He was probably watching Jerry Springer. Was not a big fan of Jerry Springer Locked Up or at all ever. But God, what are you doing, dude? That's like cannibalism. You should. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words right now. You don't eat yourself. That's freaking disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. It's cannibalism. What? And to go along with that, before this happened, this guy is one of the guys that would always be out working out. And you know, when you work out with steel, you get calluses. And your hands peel sometimes. I will never forget waiting in the chow hall next to this dude. I'm looking at him and he's like, what's up? And he's gnawing on the callus. Like, dude, you're about to get your tray. Are you that hungry? I done gave you a soup. You don't have to eat yourself. With all this being said, I want you to know that This stuff doesn't just happen in prison. It's only showcased better in prison because there is nowhere to hide to do your dirty work. See, out here in the free world, you can pick your nose, dig in your butt, eat your skin, pop your bumps, and taste and sniff them if you like. And nobody has to know about it. But now this will give you something to think about. Those people that are doing that out here, are they washing their hands? The bank teller, did she just go in the bathroom and poop? And then instead of, getting a paper towel wet to wipe her butt, she just reached down into the toilet and splashed some water on her butt and then wiped it. I mean, I'm sure that works, but I've heard of people doing that too. I mean, you never know what somebody has done, but in prison, you see it firsthand. There is no hiding. So all I'm saying is this. You know those little bottles of sanitizer that you can get at the Dollar Tree? You can clip them on your belt or your keychain. Go ahead and get you one of those. And be one of those weirdos that after you touch somebody or something that just might have somebody's poop, bump, booger, skin, something all over it, wash your hands! Because if they're not, it's on you. Just saying. Just saying. So right now, I hope that I have given you just a little bit of information of how nasty the world is. And one thing that prison does do is it lets you know that it's really happening out here, fellas. It's really happening. So stay clean. Now, I know it's going to be hard today after you've learned that, you probably just bought a donut from a vendor, just got done popping a bump. Just putting it out there. But give it a shot and enjoy life. The free world. Never take a moment for granted and wash your hands every day. Peace!